Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Scorpion Dragon M.P.T. This is your host, Piscean Lore. And today we are doing a short trip through history until today. And we're going to give you guys a little bit of background on what all this equipment is I got laid out for you today. Okay? So first and foremost, we have an NES Mini. We have two original NESs. The Nintendo Entertainment System was released in the 18th of October in 1985 and went on to sell over 60 million units and is home to such beautiful games, such legendary games such as the Mario Brothers series, Legend of Zelda series, Metroid, and so many more. Next up, we have the SNES Mini with three Super Nintendos from the past. The Super Nintendo was released August 23rd, 1991, and it went on to sell 49,010,000 units. And it is home to such legendary games as Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, F-Zero, Star Fox, Final Fight, Street Fighter 2. Great classics. Next, we have a Sega Genesis Mini with two Sega Genesis underneath it from the past. And we have, a whole plethora of controllers for everything. Okay, but the Sega Genesis was released August 14th, 1989. It went on to sell between 42 and 47 million, which I think is kind of odd not to know exact, but that's what it said. And that the Sega is home to Sonic the Hedgehog and Streets of Rage for those who may have jumped into that reboot recently with the new Streets of Rage. Next up, actually, I'm gonna pass this one for now. We're gonna keep in time. So the next would be the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1 was released September 9th, 1995. It went on to sell 102,049,000. It's a pretty popular console. It was one of the first disc-based consoles. It is home to great classic games, man, like Twisted Metal, the original Grand Theft Auto. Some really good things happening with the PlayStation 1. Next up in the timeline, we have the N64. N64 was released September 26th of 1996. It went on to sell 32,093,000. Homes to classic games like Mario 64, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, of course, GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. A host of great wrestling games. 64 was really the console to have, even though it didn't sell well. It was really the console to have. And October 26th of 2000, we all were apparently blessed to receive the PlayStation 2, which went on to sell 155 million units, which is even today the most units sold of any video game console. And it kind of continued the tradition of what the PS2 had left with the games as far as the Grand Theft Autos. PS2 had so many great classics. I can't even. I could spend a whole video on the great games from the PS2. Next on our list, we're going to go to the GameCube. This was Nintendo's first venture into disc-based video games. It was released November 18th, 2001. It went on to sell 21.74 million copies or units. It wasn't received very well. People didn't know how to really approach it. They didn't know what to expect from it. They thought it was, more of the same kid-based. Nintendo had kind of picked up this reputation of only having kiddie games, and this system was really bought in anticipation for a new Zelda game that was coming out, which would later be Twilight Princess. So, it had some things against it, but it's a really fun console, and I'm really happy that I have it. The next on our list is going to be the Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii was released November 19th, the year 2006. It went on to sell 101,063,000. So it was really, really, 63,000, 630,000, probably 630,000. 101.63 million. So yeah, it was a really popular console. I'm really happy to still have it. I didn't get the Wii U because I feel like it was more the same with just a tablet. So there is that. But the Wii Sports, undeniably one of the most sought after games of that year. We're going to move on to the competitor of the Wii, which was the PS3. The PS3, man, solid system. You see, I have two here, the 500 gig and the 40 gig. The PS3 was released November 17th, 2006, and went on to sell 87.41 million units, which was less than the Wii, but it was definitely the superior system between the two. Next on our list is the PS4, more current for you kids here. The PS4 was released November 15th of 2013, and it went on to sell 117.2 million units, which is like fantastic. It's the future. It's the future. It's actually what I'm currently still playing. Which is I got my badge on it, my Nintendo badge. If you can't tell, I'm a Nintendo head, so this is what it is. Next in the timeline, we have the Nintendo Switch. That was released March 3rd, 2017, and as of today has sold over 122 million units. Very popular system. I don't think it needs much explanation. Like I said, you kids today, you know exactly what you're looking at. And last but certainly not least is the PS5, Sony's latest venture. This was released November 12th of the year 2020, and as of today has sold 38.4 million units. So yeah, this is the evolution of gaming, and I hope you guys like the video. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm your host, Piscean Lore, and stay tuned. I got a lot more content coming up. I got a new space, and I hope you guys enjoy everything that's to come. Until next time, peace.